Behind closed doors, something big is happening at Room to Room Tupelo.
For 3 days only, unlock hidden savings at our on-site secret warehouse sale. Furniture, rugs, accessories, everything must go. Don't wait. The secret warehouse sale ends Saturday at 6 p.m. at Room to Room.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Well, good morning, and always welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather This Morning at 7:30 this morning. Thanks as always for starting off your morning with us. Happy Friday out there. Hope you have your cup of coffee. You're ready to go out the morning. We are seeing another nice morning out there. However, the story does shift for the weekend. So if you're here for the weekend forecast, give me a few minutes. I'm going to talk about today. Then we'll get into that. Here's everything you need to know, though, to get you out the door this morning. Warm afternoons ahead today and tomorrow, and it's even warmer out the door this morning. We'll talk temperatures in just a second. Storms for Saturday, specifically Saturday evening and overnight. And then after the storms, well, a much needed, or at least I think needed, cool down here in North Mississippi. As for this morning satellite and radar, we saw some clouds start to build in around 3-4 in the morning, starting to really build into Northeast Mississippi right now. As they do, the folks that got them a little bit earlier are seeing more warming conditions, at least for now. But a lot of it's still in the 50s. Like, look at this over in Pontotoc. Really nice conditions out there. Still a lot of beautiful skies there. Temperatures in the 50s over in Pontotoc. So still nice conditions. Aberdeen, nice as well. You can see again those clouds just starting to stream in, making for a really good sunrise out there this morning. Temperatures, if you're further out west, are a little bit warmer than others. 60 in Senatobia, 61 in Clarksdale, 65 down in Greenwood. The further east you go, a little bit cooler because they saw the cloud cover build in a little bit later. 59 in Bruce, 59 in Starkville, 58 in Boonville. And always our cool spot on the map, 54 up in Corinth, Mississippi. Now, temperatures are starting off this morning anywhere between 1-2 up to 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. So a warmer start leads us to a warmer day ahead overall. We'll be in the upper 70s by 11, middle 80s for a majority of your day. You can see there, though, what am I not seeing? Any rain chances. So good to go for your Friday. Just a little bit warmer out there. Good mix of sun and clouds throughout your day. Temperatures eventually getting back into the 70s by 8. But overall, a dry day ahead. Now, our next weather maker is inching closer to us, but is still out in the plains. As you can see here, we're watching this extended cold front from Omaha over to Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas right now, has not even made it into the central portion of the United States, talking about like Missouri and Arkansas. So it's still well off, but as we put it into motion, it's going to be getting closer and closer to us as we head over the next 48 hours. So let's talk about today first into your futurecast, your afternoon ahead. Not tracking any rain, just some clouds building in all ahead of that next system. Let's head into your Saturday. By Saturday morning, I would not be canceling your plans for Saturday because if you do, based on me telling you it's going to rain, just Saturday, hey, we have a rain chance, you're going to be like, it didn't rain. It's not until the evening and overnight hours when we're really tracking the majority of rain chances. That's why I say pay attention to the forecast. Don't be canceling your plans for Saturday. We're watching this come in a little bit later. Watch this. This is at 7 a.m. on your Saturday. Seeing those rain chances mainly still over in Oklahoma and Missouri. Watch as we head into the afternoon. Still mainly in places like Missouri, finally starting to push into places like central Arkansas. Yes, we might see a few showers ahead of that front, but it's that main line we're watching for widespread rainfall, for everybody to be getting in on that. I don't think we'll see that here in our area, or even this line and band of showers and storms cross over the Mississippi River until really 8-9 o'clock. That's when we start to see that begin to cross over into the state of Mississippi. So yeah, majority of our Saturday is actually looking very dry out there, especially if you don't get under maybe a passing shower or two ahead of this main system. This is mainly going to be an overnight event. Watch as we head 10 o'clock and on, this begins to sweep through and it's out of here by the time most of us are getting out of bed and going to church on your Sunday morning. You can see that at 6 a.m. Showers and storms now well off to our east and like Birmingham, Montgomery, down into South Mississippi. So an overnight event is what it's looking like here for us in North Mississippi. As that begins to sweep through, we'll actually start to see even clearing conditions throughout our day on Sunday. So Sunday looking like a much better day out of the weekend if you like cooler conditions. Coming up next, we'll talk more hour by hour throughout your Saturday night of when you can expect that rainfall. We'll also talk about impacts, because just because it's an overnight event doesn't mean we're seeing zero impacts. It does mean we're seeing less, but again, not zero. So we'll talk about those overall specific impacts of what we're looking at, those threats as we head into your Saturday night, all coming up right after this.
Visualize perfection, freshly picked ingredients, tantalizing flavors, sweet and sour intertwine, and dance into your glass. One-of-a-kind arrangements, hitting every note. Why wait for the weekend? It's on at the grill.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning and welcome back to the Room to Room Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Maggie McAuley, saying a great start to the end of our work week for your Friday out there. Clouds are streaming in. This is a live look over in Panola County, Northwest Mississippi, in the city of Batesville. Conditions in the upper 50s there. A lot of us in the upper 50s this morning. Definitely not as cool of a start as we've seen, but still nice out there. Look at this beautiful shot. I'm actually going to step out of the way so you can get a real good view of that in Winona. Yeah, just really great conditions as clouds do start to stream into the area. As always, thank you to the North Mississippi Storm Chasers for lending us that camera network so we can show you guys these nice conditions as you're headed out the door for your Friday. As for airport delays this morning, if you're headed on a weekend getaway, anything like that, you're good to go in our regional airways. Little Rock, Memphis, Atlanta, Birmingham, not tracking any moderate or major delays. So let's talk about nationally, and all of those international airports still looking good to go from places like Miami, LaGuardia, Boston, all the way over into Seattle. Not tracking any delays or major delays out there this morning. Sticking here in North Mississippi, temperatures in the middle 60s over our next hour ahead, 70s by 10, upper 70s by 11. So we're getting warmer in the afternoon. Yeah, it's looking warm out there. Some of us would not be surprised if portions of the Delta reach 90, 91 in Greenwood, 90 down in Greenville, 90 in Grenada County. Now, most of us, though, we're going to be sticking in the 80s, 87 in Houston, 86 in Lee County, 88 in Starkville, even into the low 80s in Alcorn and Prentiss County. For our high school games, we are looking at a warm start to those games. By the time you're headed out, maybe got pregame festivities, temperature's still going to be in the low 80s out there, but through the game, we are going to be dropping back into the 70s by halftime and even into the upper 60s by the time we're rounding out those games. So still a great forecast out there, just definitely not as cool as last week. Let's take it hour by hour as we head now through noon, looking good to go. Again, I know you see a few of these greens. I think this model is really just overdoing it as of today. I'm not looking at any rain out there for your Friday, so you're good to go as we head all the way throughout your evening. Got any plans? Again, it's just going to be warm out there. 7 all the way through 10 through those games, looking good to go as well for your Friday night. Now let's shift into Saturday. Let's talk through your weekend forecast, because this has been the main weather story all week, the potential for strong to severe storms on Saturday. I want to give you the latest timing on it, what you can expect. We're going to take this hour by hour all the way through Sunday morning. Then we're going to talk about your latest risk area and the threats that we're watching here in North Mississippi. So buckle up. Here we go. Starting off your Saturday morning, we're going to be seeing some cloud cover build in the area. So Saturday, a lot more clouds than we've been dealing with the past week, really, or so. Going into noon and on, you can see this was 7 through noon. What do you not see here? any rain. I'm not looking at any rain out there on your Saturday morning, even into the afternoon. I'm not tracking a whole lot of rain. Yeah, maybe a few showers trying to pop up ahead of that main line, but a majority of us stay dry through the entirety of your Saturday. Okay, before sunset, really looking like a mainly dry day out there, warmer but dry. It's not till 7 p.m. when we start to see this main line of showers and storms that's going to be pushing into our area start to come into places like central over into eastern Arkansas. Now, I said before, I think it's going to be crossing over the Mississippi River as we head 8, 9 o'clock. So by the time 10 o'clock hits, we're seeing a lot of our area blanketed in the western half of our area. So northwest Mississippi into the Delta, likely to see those stronger showers and storms by 10. It's the leading edge of this we're going to be watching as well. So once it's kind of pushed it through your area, your severe threat is going to be pretty much over. When does that happen in northeast Mississippi? Well, really midnight into 1 a.m. That's when we see the majority of this activity really blanket our area. Really great rain chance out there as we had again midnight till about 2 a.m. Could be woken up to a few rumbles of thunder or two as this pushes through as well. So again, I'm not ruling out the possibility of some strong storms overnight, but as we get later into the night, those ingredients and that fuel for those storms really diminish. So that's some good news out here for us here in North Mississippi. That front sweeps through overnight. By the time most of us are waking up, getting out and about for your Sunday morning, not looking at a whole lot of activity out there. Some wet roadways, but no ongoing rainfall for the most part. As for your severe weather threat, the main threat still extends to our west within the state of Arkansas, the Missouri Boot Heel, into northern Louisiana. I think that's the main area we're looking for the most ingredients into play in that timing to line up. However, the Storm Prediction Center has been going back and forth with us on if we've been in or out of that level 2. Today we're in for a good portion of the area from the Delta, northwest Mississippi, all the way into places like Lee, Prentiss, Alcorn County included in that as well. Why? Because they're going to be seeing those showers and storms a little bit earlier than places like Starkville, Louisville, Macon, Columbus, areas a little bit further south. What are the main threats we're watching for here in North Mississippi? Number one is going to be the winds as this pushes through. We can see winds up to 60 miles an hour. What does that mean for you on your Saturday night? It means take the ferns down, bring the outdoor pillows inside if you don't want to pick them up out of your neighbor's yard the next morning, okay? So just making sure you bring stuff inside that can easily be flown around. Also, heavy rainfall likely with this system. The overall hail and tornado threat is very low. I think that those two threats mainly extend off to our west. So we're mainly looking at a wind threat out of this, and again, heavy rainfall as well. But I still want you to have your alerts on overnight. We've gotten a few emails from that. I'm going to be answering those here shortly after this live broadcast. But just make sure to have your alerts on, your emergency alerts on your phone and on the Mississippi Live Weather app. You probably already have those on unless you individually turn them off. So just have them on because overnight, just in case we do get a severe storm or two, it'll wake you up and let you know right there on the app and on your phone. As for how much rain we're looking to see, I think a widespread anywhere between 3/4 of an inch up to an inch of rainfall. So some well-needed rain from the system as well. Tale of two different stories for your weekend ahead. If you like warmer conditions, get out on your Saturday. If you like it a little bit cooler, go ahead on your Sunday because we're only going to be getting into the low 70s out there for Sunday and a brisk northerly west-northwest wind at play anywhere between 10, 15 miles an hour, gusting even up to 20. So Sunday is going to be a very different story if you do have any plans out there feeling a little bit more like fall out there. So stormy Saturday evening, something we're going to continue to track out and watch as it pushes through, and a much cooler day out there for your Sunday. Cooler conditions actually look to stick around. Take a look at our temperature outlook going into next week. What? We're not in the red? That's so new. We're actually seeing those above average conditions sit off to our west. We're in this like gray looking area. What does that mean? It means we're actually supposed to be average for this time of year. So that's some good news. Take a look at your 7-day forecast, 80s over the next 2 days. And then we see that cold front push through overnight. Again, only a 40% chance out there for Saturday because it's mainly into the evening hours. Now we have about an 80% chance overnight though, and then taking it down to a 20 for Sunday, mainly dry out there. 70, stick around for your work week ahead. I do want to note one thing I want to note and show you this. I got to come back on camera and show you this. Monday morning, we're in the 40s. So I just want to note that. I know sometimes we can kind of overlook our morning lows. It's going to be warm over the next few days, cooler on Sunday. But by the time you're headed out on your Monday morning, heading the kids out, you're headed out, it is going to be chilly out there. Okay, you're going to need your coat. You're probably going to want to even start your car early if you're anything like me. So just notice that out there for your Monday morning. Okay, much cooler getting out the door, and then 70s actually do stick around for our work week ahead. So that is some good news. Now, before I let you go, I want to show you the latest update from the land down under with our chief meteorologist, Matt Lawpon.
Well, hello there, Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon coming to you from Cairns, Australia, from the freshwater station on the Kuranda Scenic Railway. The train, you can see right there, coming down the tracks toward us, arriving here in a minute. It's going to be taking us up into the rainforest so that we can find out, of course, more about the amazing biodiversity going up there. We're doing a number of other crazy and amazing things there as well. It's actually open air windows on the train, and as you can see, there's a lot of folks here along the platform that are going to be hopping on with us here fairly soon. You know, this part of Queensland, which is essentially the state of Canada that we are in here, major exporters, you can see, of sugarcane. That's what that green is you see behind me here. They're about a week or two away from starting to do some harvesting of that. And believe it or not, they just have banana stands sitting along the side of the road here. Tell me that doesn't sound completely Australian. Again, appreciate the good folks at MLM for sponsoring us here on Mississippi Live Weather and allowing us to bring you these Wonders of Australia tour. But as the train comes into the station here and we get ready to hop on that, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lawpon here for Mississippi Live Weather in Cairns, Australia, about to head up into the rainforest on a train. Talk about a combination there. Anyway, we'll show you a little bit up there, coming up here a little later.
Isn't that awesome? As always, continue to tune into our live broadcast, not only for weather updates, but for updates from our chief over in the land down under. Thanks as always to MLM Clothiers for sponsoring that and letting us see all of his updates. I cannot wait to see his rainforest video on the train. That is just really, really cool. As always, make sure to tune in this evening. Matt's in Australia, guys. Meteorologist Gabe Maynor will be out and about at our game of the week at 5 and 6. So make sure to tune in with them then. Him and Caleb going to bring you the latest forecast at 5, 6, and 10. Make sure to continue to tune in over the weekend. I'm going to be kind of on call as well. If anything happens on your Saturday evening, me and Caleb going to be here bringing you everything you need to know if any storms do become severe at any point. So just make sure to keep up with the forecast. And if not, I'll see you back here on your Monday morning at 6:30.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.